thank you very much, everybody from all over the world, for joining us on the Caribbean Corner. You're in for a big treat today. And I know a few of you, you can't be here live with us. No problem. We will send you the recording and you'll be watching this later. So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves first, and they can tell us who they are, where they're from, and what their prize is. So Luke, you are on the screen at the moment. Tell us who you are.
Thank you very much. I'm Luke Swarbrook. I am the Business Development Manager for Royalton Resorts. And today I'll be covering the amazing hotel we have in St. Lucia. And my prize today is £50. And you have to be part of the royaltonrewards.co.uk programme. If you're not, please go and do that. But yes, £50 today from me.
Super. And your prize is the only one that's restricted for UK agents.
UK only, yes.
Everybody else is open.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much, Luke. Good to see you. And Ariel, have I said that correct?
Yeah, well done. That's close enough.
Yay.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Sarah. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. It's great to see so many of you here. My name is Ariel, as you said. International, which is a UK-based representation company, and I'm representing Cobblers Cove in Barbados today. We've got a fantastic prize. It's 3 nights at Cobblers, and it's available to anyone wherever you're from on today's webinar. So yeah, good luck with that.
Super, thank you very much. We'll all be sort of imagining ourselves as you're going through the presentation. That'll be me with the cocktail, me in the pool, me in the room. So just I'll be dreaming. So thank you very, very much. And Laureen and Carolyn. Laureen, I'll let you introduce yourself first. Tell us who you are, where you're from.
Good morning, and my name is Lorraine Charles St. Jules, and I'm with the Anguilla Tourist Board. So I'm the Director of Sales for the US, and I'm in New Jersey right now. So I'm so excited to see persons from California. Wow, you guys, thank you, because I know it's really, really early for you. And I look forward to joining my colleagues this morning and sharing some excellent updates on Anguilla. And we do have a prize for you today, but my colleague is also on board with me, so I'm going to make her announce that special prize. So over to you, my colleague, Carolyn.
Thanks, Lorraine. Hi, everybody. Carolyn Brown, Anguilla Tourist Board, London or UK office. And Lorraine is actually going to do the presentation today. I'm going to sit behind the scenes. If you've got any questions that you want to put up, I'll attempt to answer them correctly. And the prize that we're going to give away today will be a voucher for the UK. If it's a UK winner, will be Marks and Spencer's voucher of £50, and the US will be doing an equivalent with an Amazon voucher. So I hope you all enjoy the presentation, and we can bring a bit of sunshine to this, or for the UK anyway, wet and blustery old day we've all got. So enjoy.
Super.
Thanks, Lorraine. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to hand over to Luke, who is our first host today, who's going to be transporting us to St. Lucia. So Luke, over to you.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Let me just share my screen. I'll be 2 seconds. When it wants to work.
It's on a go slow today.
It is, isn't it?
Cold weather, yeah.
I can't see my to say from start.
I can see the slideshow.
There we go. Can we see it?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you. Hello, guys. Right, so today I'm going to be talking to you about our amazing hotel, which we have in St. Lucia, which is the Royalton St. Lucia property. It has been closed because of obviously the pandemic. It has been closed for the last couple of months, and we are due to open the property back on the 28th of May this month. So we are really excited, and another reason why I wanted to do this presentation today, really, so you guys obviously know it's going to be definitely open for the 28th of May. So just the first thing I want to run through before we get started on the hotel is our Safety Assured program. So This is a steering wheel which we put in place when obviously the pandemic first hit, and we wanted to guarantee the safety of all of our guests and staff in resort. So the social distancing still applies in resort, so your 2-meter ruling. Face masks. If you're going to be coming into connection with any of the staff or any other guests in the resorts, we do expect you to wear the face mask. But if you are obviously sunbathing with your partners or your children or your bubble, you don't need to wear your face mask. Absolutely fine. And if you're swimming, please don't wear a face mask, because that is definitely a hazardous situation we're going to be in. So don't be doing that, please. With regards to our staff, we have sent them all on a training course, so they're fully aware of what they need to do in resort as well. And we do what we call a 24-hour room clean, deep clean. So once the customer is vacated, we deep clean the room, and we won't put anybody in there for at least 24 hours later. Hand sanitizers, we have them all over. Any opening or any exits to any of the to the spa or to restaurants, things like that, absolutely fine. And also with regards to our restaurants, our themed restaurants are all from menu based anyway. So what that basically means, everything's freshly prepared. And if you do go in a buffet restaurant, everything's pre-plated as well. So nice and easy there for you. So the overview of the property we're looking at today, as you can see, absolutely beautiful. Beachfront location. It's not a large property compared to some of our other properties, but the size for other St. Lucian properties, it's on a larger scale. Transfer time from the airport is around 1 hour 30. So it's not the shortest of transfers, because you are going from from south to north, sorry. So about 1 hour and 30 is your transfer time. If you don't know what you get with a Royalton property, and this is the same for all of our Royalton properties, so you get the internationally branded drinks in resort. You also get free Wi-Fi throughout the whole of the resort as well as. Your rooms are very modern, so we do have a jacuzzi bath in there. You've got your flat screen TV, satellite TVs. You even get an Alexa in your room at the moment as well with all the newer properties. So very well equipped and very modern. We are the only hotelier out there who offer an online room selector. What that basically means is once you've made your reservation, you can go on to royaltonresorts.com and you can go on and pre-select your room. They start from $60 per room. The higher category room you get, the more expensive it goes. And I think the highest is around $120 to pre-book your room. Restaurants are reservation free. So it's a first come, first serve. If you do get to a restaurant and it is fully booked, what happens is we'll give you a pager. You wait till the pager flashes. That tells you your table is available for you and ready for you to go and be seated. Maximum waiting time is around 20 minutes. And we also have what we call sports events guarantee. So if you're a sports nut like myself, I will be in the sports bar watching football, soccer too, the American guys. Any European and US sports will be available in there as well. We have the Hideaway, which is a segregated part of the St. Lucia Hotel, which is for adults only, so 18 and above. So you get your own private check-in service and check-out service. You get your own private pool. You also get a private part of the beach as well for other Hideaway guests. And again, you know, it's another option for your customers if they want to have that adult-only segregated area. And the last upgrade we offer is what we call Diamond Club. Now, Diamond Club is the top end of what we offer in all our Royalton hotels. This gives you premium drinks. It gives you a preferred room location, so usually an ocean view, close to all the amenities, that kind of thing. You get larger rooms. And with our higher class rooms, we also offer a butler service as well. But with Diamond Club, you also get your own private pool and your own private beach area, which is weighted service as well. So just a fact sheet, really. And again, this is available for everybody. So if anybody wants this, please let me know. I can get this emailed over to you, not a problem. And it's just an overview, really, of what the property is. So there's 290 rooms, 290. Like I say, it isn't a large property, but for the size for St. Lucia, it is. But with it being an all-inclusive as well, there's plenty of facilities on site. We have 8 room categories. Leading is the luxury junior suite, all the way up to our chairman bungalows, and we also have connecting rooms and also adapted rooms for anybody with any disabilities. We've got 6 restaurants in total on site. We've got 5 themed restaurants with 1 buffet. And also we have plenty of bars on site as well. We also have 5 bars on site. So plenty to go at there. So just an overview of what the property is. I want to just share some pictures with you guys so you can sort of get a good idea of what Royalton St. Lucia is all about. So this is the luxury junior suite. This is your leading room. And this is, you know, what the all leading rooms look like. As you can see here, you've got 2 beds, but we also can have the queen beds as well if you just want the one. But again, on a request basis, we can have the 2 beds in there for you as well. This is our family luxury suite. Again, you've got a partition and the sofa there is a sofa bed. So you can pull the partition over and it looks like it's 2 separate bedroom areas there. And again, you can have the 2 beds instead of the queen bed if you want to. And our Diamond Club luxury junior suite as well. So again, it's larger in size and you've got more facilities within the room itself. And if you really want to push the boat out, we do have our swim up rooms as well. When you arrive at the hotel, this is how you'll be greeted. This is our lobby area. So you've just come off that hour and 30-minute transfer. You'll have somebody who will meet you at the doors, who will take your luggage away from you, give you fresh towels, introduce themselves, take you obviously to which area, whether you're Diamond Club Hideaway or just a standard guest at our property. And when you get into the other side, this is how you'll be greeted with the view in the background of the amazing Caribbean Sea with, you can't see it here, but you've got the backdrop there of the amazing beach on there as well. And when you come out, you get this fantastic courtyard area where you can sit there, have a coffee or treat yourself to a cocktail if you wanted to. And this is our beach area. As you can see, it's large, plenty of sun lounges around there. And plenty of space as well, so you're not on top of each other. I'm sure that will do for most people as the weather is in the UK. I'm not sure about the US at the moment, but UK definitely as it's raining. I'd wish I was on that beach at this moment. And if you upgrade to the Diamond Club, this is the beach area at Diamond Club, and these are the amazing sort of sun lounges you can get at the Diamond Club beach as well. And remember, it is weighted service, so you can lie there and not move if you don't want to. And it even looks great at sunset as well, with them fantastic views off the beach. Pool areas, no, that's not me before you ask, sitting around the pool, but the pool area, it's a large size. And again, you've got all your sun lounges, plenty to go around the pool area. It's a good sized pool. It actually goes round as well. So there's another one of those behind us, which we can't see, but it is separated by our dips bar. Now, this is a swim up bar. And if you're not in the pool and you want to drink and use the dips bar, absolutely fine, because we've got our walkway in between the 2 pools where you can go and get a cocktail and sit without going in the water. We've even got a splash pool on site, so we can cover obviously all the children's there. Children's got their own splash pool, so they won't be dive bombing into the nice pool area where the adults are as well. Restaurants, this is our international buffet restaurant here. Again, plenty of option on here. What we do with our international buffet is take all the themed restaurants and put them as a little corner, you know, sort of their own corner in the buffet restaurant. So where we've got a teppanyaki bar, we've got a Hunter's Steakhouse, we put all that in the international buffet restaurant as well, so you can have a taste of what potentially the restaurants are going to be like as well if you go to one of our themed restaurants. This is Armadillo's. This is our Tex-Mex cuisine. Beautiful restaurant, really nice food, and really popular in resort. We've got our Italian restaurant there as well, which is very popular. And we've got our Zen, which is our Japanese restaurant. We've also got show cooking on here as well, which is good fun with the chefs who do all the show cooking in front of you. This is our Scores Sports Bar. Again, Scores Sports Bar is not just a bar, it's also a grill. So if you want to have burgers, pizzas, nachos, absolutely fine whilst you're watching the football, or whether you want to watch the American football, ice hockey, whatever you want to do, you can have that as well. As children's clubs, we have kids clubs in resort. The children's clubs age from 4 to 12. And again, they are supervised by Royalton staff, all qualified. And we also have a teen club on site as well, which is 13 to 17. In the kids clubs, you've got all the latest games consoles in there. You've got air hockey, you've got pool tables, you've got absolutely everything going off. Table tennis. So lots of stuff going on in the kids clubs as well, as to keep them occupied. We've got a world-class spa. So again, if anybody wants to go to the spa, absolutely fine. The only thing you have to pay extra for is obviously all your treatments, that kind of thing. But again, the spa is absolutely stunning with lots of facilities. And we have a thing called a gym. I've never been to one. I never want to go to one, especially on an all-inclusive holiday. But if you want to go to the gym, it's fully equipped in there, and you can also hire a personal trainer as well if you wanted to. So if you are trying to stick to some kind of regime, what you're doing back at home, and you don't want to break that regime, you can hire a personal trainer who will take you through that as well. Thank you very much. That's some of the Royalton St. Lucia. I know I've gone through it quite quickly because I know I had a lot to cover. I just want to remind you of our reward program, which is the royaltonrewards.co.uk, where you can log your bookings and earn up to £20 per booking. So please do that if you haven't done so already. And if you have already signed up, please log your bookings. And I just want to finish it off with a quick video with an overview of the property we've just gone through. Thank you very much.
Super, thank you very much, Luke. Yeah, liking the photographs of the men with the nice fit chests.
That was me. That was me.
Yeah. No, beautiful hotel, great location. So thank you very much for covering that off. There's a few questions, but we'll go through those right at the very, very end. So I'm going to hand over now to Oriol, who's going to take us and transport us again to paradise. We're going to Barbados. So over to you.
Thank you. I'm going to share my screen now. So unless I hear anything, I'll assume you can see it all right.
Okay.
Someone did mention my volume was a little bit quiet, so I hope you can hear. I've turned it up full volume my end, and I'll speak a little bit louder. But yes, please shout if you can't hear anything. So I'm going to tell you a bit about Cobblers Cove on Barbados. It's a very different style of property, and it's perfect for any clients who are looking for something a little bit smaller, more boutique in size. It's a heritage property, so there's a lot of sort of history and stories behind it. And it's a bit of it's a household name on Barbados. We've got a great, very loyal client base, a lot of repeaters who come year after year. And they've been coming sort of forever, really, because it's a real favorite of theirs. So historically, the sort of client base has been a little bit older, but over the last few years, we've really tried to change the image of the property a little bit to try and appeal to a wider audience, just so the clientele is a little bit more mixed. And actually a really good way if you want to sort of get more of a sense of the property is to have a look on our social channels. So our Instagram feed, for example, that just gives you a sort of an idea of how sort of laid back, how fun, how characterful the property really is. I'm going to start with sharing a little bit of a video which will hopefully give you a good overall impression about what the property is like. Hopefully you'll all be able to hear it all right. Okay, so I hope that's given you a little bit of a sense of the feel of the property. This is the Great House, which is the heart of Cobblers Cove. It's an original 1940s plantation building. So as I said, there's a lot of heritage here, and it was originally a private home. It was owned by a planter and a politician. At that stage, it was called Camelot, which is actually now the name of our main restaurant. It's also the name of one of our signature suites. But about 20 years later, it was bought by the Godsall family, who are a British family. They're the ones who transformed the property into a hotel, and they still own the property today. They're very involved in the day-to-day running, and they renamed the property Cobblers Cove after the Cobblers birds, which are these black birds which sort of fly around the bay. So that's the story behind the name. And in terms of our location, on the right, you've got the map, and you can just see the pink building. That's us. So we're on the Platinum Coast. It's a much less developed part of the island, so it's nice and quiet and less built up. And we're lucky that on the right, there really isn't much else there. On the left, you have to walk quite some way down the beach before you come into another property. So it's a really nice secluded location. And we're, unlike a lot of properties on the island, we don't share the beach with any other hotel. So it really does feel more or less like you're on a private beach. In terms of access, obviously Barbados is a very popular destination. So from the US and the UK, you know, there's a very good sort of airlift out of both countries. And once you're there, it's just a 45-minute drive to the property from the airport. This is quite an old school map, but it gives you a good idea about the layout of the property. So on the left, you've obviously got the beach, and you've got the Great House in the middle, which is the sort of central building. And then all the accommodation is dotted around the grounds in this sort of semicircle around the Great House. So there's 40 suites in total, and each of them is in a 2-story cottage, which I'll come to a bit later. But essentially, you've got either an upstairs or a downstairs suite. Then you've got some of the main facilities, such as the restaurant, which is up on the beachfront. You've got the main pool and sun lounge area, a private dining pavilion. And then you've got a little road, which basically to the south, it leads down to Bridgetown, where the airport is. And to the north, you go up to Speightstown, which is it's our nearest town. It's within walking distance, and it's got a lot of little boutiques, really sort of thriving restaurant and bar scene. You've got farmers markets, that sort of thing. So it's a lot of our guests will sort of wander up there and just get a feel for the local area. And then the other side of the road, we've got tennis courts and our gym. So in terms of the team, as I said, we're still an owner-run property. So Hugh and Sam Godsall are the owners. They're often out at Cobblers, so you often see them around the property. And then we've got Joanna, who is our GM. She's our first female Barbadian GM, which we're very proud of. And she's wonderful. She's fantastic with guests and just, yeah, an all-round star. Then in terms of our grounds, they're obviously very sort of lush and tropical, as you can see. Our gardeners are very happy to take guests around and give them a bit of a tour if they're interested in that. Show them some of the plants, the palm house, the orchard. And actually, every year we donate the Barbados garden to the Royal Chelsea Flower Show in London. So that just gives you an idea of the sort of standard of the gardens. And in the back, you can just see one of our two-storey cottages where the accommodation is. So Cobblers has a really nice sort of laid back vibe. It's sort of as you'd expect in the Caribbean, but there's also this sort of a bit of a feel of the old school sort of style of when the British were over here. There's sort of afternoon tea every afternoon. And it's a little bit of eccentricity in there as well. So it's very much really, really characterful and full of personality. This is the main pool area. You've got the seawall in the background, which just creates this lovely calm area for swimming. And our sort of signature pink parasols, which are a bit of a landmark along the coast. You can always spot Cobblers from the parasols. The interiors are very sort of relaxed and sort of refreshed, but still with a very Caribbean feel. So you've got the shuttered windows, a lot of rattan and linen. And we've recently finished a total sort of renovation of the interior. So everything's looking nice and new. In terms of the accommodation, as I said, upstairs in the Great House, you've got two signature suites, which overlook the ocean. One of them is called Royalton, one of them is called Camelot. All the suites have their own names, which is just a sort of another quirky feature of the property. And as you can see, the design is really beautiful. It's quite feminine and floral. Both of those suites have their own private terrace, and Royalton has its own private pool as well. Then the rest of the accommodation is either oceanfront, ocean view, or garden view. And as I said before, it's sort of they're split between these two-storey cottages dotted around the grounds, which look a bit like this. So you've got either you're upstairs with a balcony, or downstairs with a nice terrace and direct access out into the gardens. This is gives you an idea of an ocean view suite. And there's a real sort of consistency throughout with the design. It is, I mean, not all the rooms are bright pink, don't worry, but it is it is quite gentle and feminine in terms of the style and the design. In terms of dining, we've got one restaurant, Camelot, which is consistently voted one of the best on the island. We get a lot of bookings from outside guests as well. And it's really locally sourced, fresh ingredients. All our fish comes in daily from our hotel fisherman called Barker. And we've got a really nice sort of social atmosphere. There's usually live music. We've got our Sunday barbecues, a cocktail evening every Tuesday. So you can be as sociable as you like. And there's also private dining options, which you can see on the right. Cobblers is sold on a bed and breakfast basis, but if you have guests who want to sort of have a more all-inclusive option or half board, we have those packages which you can book as well. And on the right, we've got our signature cocktail, which is called the Cobblers Cooler. I haven't actually tried it, but it's pretty lethal by all accounts. And then in terms of what there is to do around the resort, essentially, obviously, it's a beachfront property. So you've got everything that you'd expect. But actually, if you want to be a bit more active or explore the island, then there's plenty on offer. You've got a lot of water sports. And even beyond that, if you want to go and do a garden tour, one of Barbados's many tropical gardens, or a heritage tour to see some of the old architecture in Bridgetown. There's even a rum shack tour where we take guests off in a very colourful, fun beige and reggae bus and take them to some of the rum factories, let them do a tasting, that sort of thing. So it's really, it's a fantastic option for any, and these are our, well, not our turtles, but a very popular activity is to take the boat down the coast a bit and sort of do some swimming and snorkeling with a resident turtle population. So Cobblers is a really great option, just to sum up, for whether you have clients who just want to be on the beach and relax, or whether they want to scratch under the surface of the destination and get to know a bit more about what Barbados has to offer. It's ultimately a lovely sort of smaller boutique hotel for guests who want a little bit more of a more intimate experience. But yes, I will follow up with our fact sheet with lots of imagery and other content, which you're welcome to use as you wish. And yeah, at the end, I'm very happy to answer any questions.
Super, thank you very much. I'm loving my little boat, and the pink is gorgeous.
It's
a
such a lovely colour scheme.
Yeah, it's a proper quintessential little product. It's so lovely. So thank you for educating us on that. Okay, and don't forget, one lucky person is going to be there for 3 nights.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, yeah. Do I ask my question now? Or okay,
just at the end. Just at the end.
Okay.
So I hope who's listening very carefully, everybody. Okay, so thank you very much. Lorraine, over to you. You just need to unmute.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are. And thank you, Sharon. And my colleagues were in St. Lucia and Barbados. And guess what? We are just going a bit north. If you can, whoever is watching. Okay, so I'm going to start with how do you get to us? So if Barbados, St. Lucia, and just a bit north, and you get into Anguilla. So thank you everybody again for joining us this morning. And those of you who are in the US, again, I just wanted to, on behalf of Anguilla, to wish everybody happy Travel Agent Day. And you know, it's Travel Agent Week as well. So we're very happy for your partnership and we'd love to work with you in the future for Anguilla. How do you get to Anguilla? Who are we? We are British territory. We are small, we are tranquil, we're beautiful. And my colleagues here have mentioned about the 2 destinations, but think of us. Why? Because there are 33 pristine beaches on Anguilla, world-class accommodations, exquisite cuisine, and we are known as the escape of the Caribbean. Thanks to you and your clients, we've been voted for 4 years in a row as the #1 island in the Caribbean by Travel and Leisure. So what does that mean? It means that we are simple, we are accessible, we are beautiful, we are hospitable. We are in the Eastern Caribbean, as I mentioned, and we are right now on the same time as the East Coast in the US. So that means we're about 4 hours, 5 hours from the UK or wherever you are. I see Germany on all of those. Just think of us as Eastern Caribbean, and that's where we are. We're in 1 hour difference, Eastern Caribbean time. We use the Eastern Caribbean dollar. So what happens in Anguilla? What do you do in Anguilla? Think of us as the unique beach destination. As I said, there are 33 beaches, so literally there's a beach for everybody because we are small, beautiful, tranquil on the island. So I'm just going to get you through the destination and just to highlight what you can do once you get there. Think of us for culture. Why culture? Because Anguilla is known for its unique culture. It's known for its music. It's known for boat sailing, which is a national spot on Anguilla. And it's known for eco soft adventure and exploring all through the destination. That is just, so I wanted to just show you quickly what you can do once you get in Anguilla. So we are small. Our mainland, we are 33 miles, we are 33 miles long. So 16 miles long, sorry, by 3. So we are 39 square miles. So that gives you an idea of how small and precious we are. And then there are 2 keys off the mainland that you can visit. So that's the mainland plus the key. So this is what you do, activities all over the destination, including cuisine. So I wanted to just show you this quickly, what you can do while you're in Anguilla. All of this to think of us as this is the activity that you can do once you want to come and spend time in Anguilla. These are all the activities. Now, how do you get there? How do you get to Anguilla? I just mentioned earlier in the beginning. So you see St. Lucia and Barbados on the screen. We are north. Our immediate neighbors are St. Martin. So right there you get in. If you're in the US, from the mainland US, you just fly in either on the East Coast or wherever you are. Please meet us either directly into St. Martin or Puerto Rico or Antigua. These are the routes that you have. Again, let me just go back to this slide. From the mainland, we have no nonstop service from the mainland US, but our connections are either Puerto Rico, St. Martin, or Antigua. So you get there, and this is how you get there. So if you get it into Puerto Rico, you can fly from Puerto Rico into Anguilla. If you fly from Antigua, you can fly nonstop from Antigua into Anguilla, or you can fly nonstop from St. Martin into Anguilla. Now, once you get into St. Martin, which is our closest destination, you could fly into St. Martin, or you could get into St. Martin via a ferry service. So I'm going through this very quickly, just to give you an idea of location and how to get to us. So this is that gives you an idea of how to get to Anguilla. So in a nutshell, because I know we are wasting of time, I just wanted to highlight how to get there and what to do. So we did now that you are a little bit enticed, what happens in Anguilla? So after the pandemic, what we did, we invite you now to come back to Anguilla. So what we're saying to you, there are lots of options. So we invite you to lose the crowd and find yourself. So this is our new slogan to get to Anguilla. So right now, moving fast forward, what happens now with our current requirements and protocols? If you plan to visit, we have a dedicated website on Anguilla. Once you get there, you go into our website, you choose, if you have a client who's interested, you get to our website, you get to pre-approve, you need to apply to get to Anguilla through our website. It's called visit iAnguilla/escape, and there you're going to see all the requirements to get to Anguilla. This is our protocol, and that's what we have now. What is required? You need to do a test 3 to 5 days prior to arrival on Anguilla, dependent on where your arrival destination is. So wherever you're coming from, just remember you need to do a test to get to Anguilla, negative PCR test. That's been done. You choose your accommodation. So we have a lot of accommodations to choose from. We invite you to go there, but our concierge desk will, in the meantime, get all the requirements for you. There'll be constant contact as to what is required, whether it's for the children, for the grandparents. All of that will be in the form that is on our website. It's very easy, very interactive, and our concierges are available 24 hours. What can you do right now safely in Anguilla? You can golf, you can dine, you can scuba, you can snorkel. I'm going to show you an array of activities you can do in a video soon. If you plan to stay 10 or 5 days or less, we have what we call a facility fee that you need to pay. If you plan to stay 10 to 14 days, there's also a facilitation fee that you need to pay. So generally, these are the requirements. So on departure, especially for those who are originating from the US, remember you need a negative test to return to the US. I mentioned about the facilitation fees. So here goes, guys. Now that you have decided, okay, we are going to Anguilla. If your trip is less than 5 days, these are the facilitation fees. If your trip is 10 to 14 days, these are the facilitation fees below. And if you decide to come longer with us, because we are seeing many persons staying longer, these are your facilitation fees. And my colleague, Karen and I, we're going to send you this sheet because it's really easy. It's a cheat sheet to send to your clients, also to show you how quickly and easy it is. I need to say at this point that I'm sure most of you know that we are on a temporary pause in Anguilla, and we are scheduled to reopen shortly. Why? We paused because we had a short cluster of cases on Anguilla, and we are scheduled to reopen shortly. So we are very excited. Why we are on a pause, guys? Because Anguilla prides itself in safety for you, for your clients, and of course, for the business of Anguilla. So we decided to have a pause, and that was for 2 weeks from 2 weeks before today. So we are scheduled to reopen our borders, scheduled I'm waiting for an announcement, and my colleague here is here with me as well, but we are scheduled to open, perhaps it was for today, those of you who received the email, but we may have to do this in a week or two. So that is the update as to travel requirements. I didn't want to go too much in detail, but basically as a destination, once you get into Anguilla, if you have any clients coming in the next 2 weeks, what's going to happen, you will also be tested on arrival. Now, guys, we have had, especially in our US market, I know that a lot of you are listening from the US. Our requirements are so simple. All we require from you once you get into arrival into Anguilla at the airport, in addition to your negative PCR test, we test you on arrival. You wait between 6 to 17 hours. You wait in place at your hotel, and then your test results are returned, and you are free to begin your vacation at your accommodation. So if you're staying for 5 days or less, just remember that you have to stay in place at that accommodation. If you need to extend your stay for 10 to 14 days, which we hope you can, then you are required to take a second test on day 10. And at this point, once you're negative, you'll be free to roam and enjoy the bubble activities I will show you in a bit. But before I do this, I want to just entice you a little quickly as to why you should come to Anguilla. I showed you quickly what you can do. Now I'm going to show you where you should stay. So I'm giving you a quick sample of a variety of accommodations that we have on Anguilla. From charming escapes. So we have, perhaps you have a client who wants something small and charming, but not really something that is a huge hotel. So we have those for you. Beginning of our charming escapes, a variety to choose from. And remember, wherever you choose, you are literally on the beach. So you're guaranteed for Anguillan hospitality, great food, and unique activities wherever you are from the charming escapes of Anguilla. We also have over 300 villas on Anguilla, and that is another unique part of Anguilla that we pride ourselves in. The villas are well appointed, they're well serviced, featuring unique activities. Your concierge is always willing, ready, and able to assist you in ensuring that all your activities are there. So you have your chef, you have services, you have, if you want to get married at the villas, whatever you choose to do, that is all available for Anguilla. But it's the uniqueness of our villas, especially now post the COVID era. We are finding, especially in the US, North American market, there's so much appeal for villas, and we are welcoming you and your clients because there's so many options to choose from, a variety of villas. And like I said, guys, there's so many. Just name your choice. We have them for you. And almost every villa in Anguilla affords you this unique view of the beautiful, tranquil waters on the destination. So that's something we pride ourselves in. Over 300 options for villa accommodations, and that is, name your choice, just pick whatever you want. That is available all over in Anguilla. So lots and lots of villas. And again, we are going through this quickly because we know that perhaps something tickles your eye. So if you see a shot, you can also screen grab it or just come back to us and say, Lorraine, this looks nice. Where is it? How can I book it? What, who sells it? All of that is available. As well, guys, we have boutique hotels on Anguilla, and my colleague did mention earlier. So that's another option that you have. What differentiates from the villas to the boutique hotels? Of course, they're full service and they run as a hotel, but there again, you have the Anguillan hospitality at those boutique hotels, providing you an array of activities. And I mentioned to you about the 33 beaches. So no matter where you are on Anguilla, again, the beaches are also accompanied services, accommodations. The other unique thing is, because all of those are on the beach, you can simply stay at one resort, have dinner, have breakfast somewhere else. And finally, guys, the large hotels. Quickly again, just to run through, as you know, we have some signature resorts on Anguilla that many of you are familiar with, but we wanted to highlight, these are some of the accommodations that you can, just to entice you on how to get to Anguilla, to visit our unique hotels. Because why? There are easy sellers because they cover the branding. Some of you know the brand. So if you are familiar with the Belmont, the Four Seasons, the Auberge properties that we have as well. And these are examples of some of the large accommodation options that you have here. So these are the Four Seasons. Four Seasons Anguilla. And the Q Hotel, as we affectionately call it, is, you can't ask for more unique property only 9 rooms, but it has the big and bold personality of a huge personal hotel. That is one thing about the Q Hotel that, you know, we pride ourselves in again. So all of those options, as in getting to Anguilla and getting to put your clients in one of these unique accommodations. So something for everyone, many options, beach, luxury, tranquility, you know, just relaxing, just fun. Whether it is your client who's been all over the Caribbean before, your client has been all over the world, but they are begging for something different, exotic. And this is what we have. So again, I just meant to show you quickly, just to entice you in all of those options that we have on Anguilla. And to wrap up, I wanted to show you this video quickly.
We've been spending some truly amazing days here in Anguilla. The food, the properties, the people, it's all been amazing.
And one of the most amazing parts of our trip to Anguilla has been experiencing the vacation bubble. So through the bubble, we've been able to see some amazing properties, activities, services, and amenities that give us an overall sense of freedom. The bubble is actually pretty simple. When you are on the island, you are free to participate in the safe environment certified activities,
Such as dining at restaurants, playing a round of golf, scuba diving, horseback riding, snorkeling, kayaking, outdoor yoga, selected outdoor and indoor fitness activities, bird watching, and nature hikes, and the ever popular offshore key excursions.
And the best part is our concierge and villa managers assisted with booking our activities and our dinner reservations.
And when we enter public spaces, we were sure to wear a mask, sanitize, and keep social distance.
While a lot is going on with travel right now, we're actually extremely happy that we were able to experience the vacation bubble concept here in Anguilla, which allows visitors to experience the island's vast offering of activities and rich culture, all while ensuring the safety of visitors and residents.
This is truly something unique. To learn more about visiting Anguilla, go to ivisitangilla.com/escape.
Thank you, guys. And just to wrap up really quickly, just remember, we have no all-inclusives on Anguilla. Why? Because we have over 100 resorts. So wherever you are, you can get a luxury beach bar, a luxury 5-star restaurant. And it's all about the personality, the tranquility, and the warmth and hospitality of the people of Anguilla. Thank you so much, guys. I hope I didn't go over. Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Brilliant presentation. So yeah, when you've got a lot to cover, I know the images were going through quite quickly, but you've got a good sort of overall view of what was happening. So I know that the guys have already been answering a lot of the questions, but Lorraine, we've got a question for you. May has asked, you know, the entry fee that clients pay, like I can't remember what it was exactly called, but the $400 and things. What does it actually cover?
Okay, sure. That covers 2 tests. The test on arrival and the test on departure. So it is a facility, and that is just to medically cover you for COVID while you're on Anguilla. So the 2 tests, yes, and you pay this before through the application form.
Super. Okay, that makes sense. Let's have a look. Celine's asked a question, but I'm not sure which hotel it was relating to. Celine, was it for Ariel? She's asked about the cruises, about the hotel, because it's been small, could it cater for cruise clientele? Is that something that you do normally?
Yeah, I mean, we do. We are a small hotel. We have 40 suites. So obviously it will, you know, it will come down to availability, but we wouldn't not host cruise groups. That's definitely something we're open to.
Perfect. That's good. Okay, so if you could just stop sharing your screen at the moment, Lorraine.
I'm sorry. Okay, sorry, guys.
Super. No, that's fine. Okay, so what we're going to do now is if everybody can go into the chat option and change it to all panelists and attendees. this is where the fastest finger comes in. So every single person that is on this webinar today will get an entry into the spin to win, which we'll announce tomorrow at 12 noon UK time on Facebook. And we will pick the winners. However, if you are the first person with the correct answer, you'll receive 10 entries into the spin to win. So you get a big advantage. So Luke, I'm going to go with you first. If you can just remind us what your prize is and then tell us what your question is, and then I will watch out for the fastest finger in the chat.
Okay. So my prize is £50. You have to be signed up to the royaltonrewards.co.uk, and unfortunately it's just for UK agents on today's webinar. So my question is, what date is the hotel reopening?
Wow.
28th of May.
It is the 28th of May.
Okay, Sarah, you never put May, so the 28th could have been anything. So Sherry is the first correct answer. Just writing this down.
Well done.
Super.
Well done to everybody as well who's got it right. There's a lot of people I can see who's got it right.
Excellent. So not long. Loreen, if you can, or is Carolyn going to do the question? Which one of you?
Lorraine can do it. That's fine.
Okay, Loreen, if you can just again remind us your prize, which was the it's a voucher. Depending on who wins it, it'll be a $1 one or a £1 one.
It would be a £50 voucher, and yes, either the conversion for US. Correct, Caroline? Yes.
That's correct. Yeah. So I think we're doing M&S for the UK, and if it's US, will be Amazon equivalent to £50 based on the rate of exchange.
And this is applicable to everybody. So, Loreen, what is your question?
My question is, who is Anguilla's closest neighbor that I mentioned?
Okay, I will accept an
Impressive.
airport code, Marguerite. So Marguerite's answered in code. So yes, we will accept that, seeing as we're all in the travel industry.
Listening.
That was actually a quick way to do it.
Yeah.
Yep, so we've got St. Martin. So lots and lots of correct answers. So thank you, everybody. And last but not least, Ariel.
Yeah, thank you. I'm offering a 3-night stay at Cobblers Cove, so that you can go and experience it for yourself and be able to sell it to all your clients. And my question is, what is the name of Cobblers Cove's signature cocktail?
Oh, you did
Oh,
cover
we've
this.
got one. We have got some correct answers. I think it's
Okay.
keep scrolling down to the bottom so I can't see who is first.
Okay, so
Debbie?
is it called a Cobbler's Cooler?
It's called the Cobblers Cooler.
Okay, so that was Debbie.
Fantastic. Well done, Debbie.
First person with the correct answer. So thank you. And that must have been a good guess, because she'd not even finished. You'd not even finished even with the question. So thank you. Lots of correct answers there. So we will announce the winners. I'll do the spin to wins, and we'll announce it on Facebook tomorrow. And if you have won, you will be contacted by one of the fantastic hosts that you can see up on the screen at the moment. So from me, thank you very much to everybody for taking the time and coming on, and especially for those guys that have really got up early, all the way on the West Coast. It's much appreciated. And again, same to all of you that come on. Keep supporting these guys, because these guys have been there for you throughout everything. So keep doing the bookings for them. I'll send a follow-up email. So if you've got any questions, let them know. And a massive, massive thank you to Carolyn, Loreen, Luke, and Ariel. Much, much appreciated. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.